What's up, guys? All right, I was tidying some things up, getting my last minute packing in for the trip to Dale Hollow Lake, and I had two people in the same night comment on one of my other videos, and they were asking for my favorite lures, my favorite baits that I like to use in the summertime. So I understand there's a million videos out on YouTube with people talking about their favorite baits. So I'm gonna do mine for what it's worth. Now I want you guys to keep in mind as I'm going through this is gonna be in no particular order. I'll tell you my overall favorite, but the rest of them are just kinda, it's just what I find myself using and catching more fish on. But I live in the Midwest. I'm in north central Indiana, Kosciuszko County. So most of the lakes that I fish, virtually no rock. We're not that deep. A deep lake around here maybe will hit 30 feet. A lot of them are pretty shallow. There's lots of grass and there's lots of weeds. So when I'm telling you what I'm using, just keep that in mind. This is going to be totally different from what people might use in Colorado or Florida or I don't know, wherever else. So number one, I kind of combine these two because to me they're the same category. But number one for me, and this would be my overall number one, would be a Senko. This is actually a Yum Dinger, but a stick style worm. Okay, I'd wacky rig it. I go to the bottom. You could fish it a number of ways. And then the other one would be a 8 to 10 inch rubber worm. So this is a 10 inch Tequila Sunrise made by Berkley Power Bait. This is one of the favorite ones that I use. So this is it. This is what I fish with the most. So for me, this is number one. Now the rest of them are in random order. So there you go. Worm. Any type of creature bait would work. I like using something like this. This here is actually something I got from either, I think, Lucky Tackle Box, the Buddha Baby Mamas. They work really well. Only got a couple of these left, but something like that, you know, that get it down to the bottom, we'll finesse it. They work great. So that would be one of them. Third one would be a chatterbait. Any color will work, but as you guys know, fish accordingly. If you're in crystal clear water, you don't want to use this, the black and blue or black chatterbait. You want to kind of lighten it up a little bit, make it look realistic. So, but that's that, chatterbait. Topwater buzzbait. I love buzzbaits. I always have and I always will. And when I use these, I only have a couple trailer hooks and I have it on another buzzbait right now, but I will put a trailer hook on here and a free swinging trailer hook. So my hookup ratio is, I rarely miss. If they strike at it, they're usually gonna get hooked by one or the other, sometimes both. So I like using a buzzbait in the morning and in the evening. And if you find some shady spots in the middle of the day that, you know, a spot that holds shade throughout the day, they're still up there, they'll hit on this. And last but not least is a frog. It's not a frog that you guys think it is. I don't like using a live target frog, the big floating frogs. I like using a ribbit frog. It's got paddle tails on it. So I hook it with just a frog hook. This one's all beat up, it's about ready to get switched out, but I work it like a buzz bait. Cast it out and you reel it in and the tail will just puddle on the water. It sounds like a buzz bait, but it looks like a frog. So I had the floating frogs. I don't know, I don't like using them, guys. My hookup ratio sucks with them. It's all about timing and the hell with it. This is just like a buzz bait. Strike, wait a second, set the hook, you're done. So those are my five. Paddletail frog, made by Ribbit, buzzbait, chatterbait, some type of creature bait, and then you got your Senko or stick worm, and you got your rib and tail worm. This is the big one. This is 10 inches, so that's what I use around here. Again, I'm in the Midwest, so it's grass and weeds, no rock, not very deep. So And the fish don't always go deep because, as you know, if you have a lot of grass and a lot of weeds, and that produces oxygen, they're not forced to go to the bottom of the lake. So that's that. I don't know if I'm gonna have another video out before I get back from Kentucky. So if I don't, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep those rods wet. Or no, keep your lines wet. Keep your rods out of the water. I know some of you like to do that. Peace.